Hey friends, and welcome to the week 6 of Battle Hub Draft League Season 7. Today I will be playing against Cody and it is in less than 40 minutes. I usually record team previews several days in advance, weeks in advance, and this season I've had a lot of trouble with team building for some reason, and every week I keep thinking what I should bring, and partly it was because of my old team. I wasn't comfortable with several of my Pokemon, and I have made the changes and I'll go over them real quick. I've changed Noivern for Flygon, Flygon for Noivern, because Flygon to me felt like a ground type that people didn't weren't scared of in prep, so they always kept thinking that they could get away with being Terra Electric because my team is centered around like Thunderwave, Jirachi, Glare, Serp, and my Moltres and Azu were weak to Electric, so people thought that Electric was kind of good against me, and it was because my Pomot and my Flygon, they weren't exactly like these threats that people were respecting too much in Team Builder. And for that reason, like, I was very limited in what I wanted to do because I couldn't, like, Electric only has one weakness. It's not any other type which has more than one. And that only weakness was covered by my Flygon, and Flygon isn't the strongest Pokemon. It's okay, but it's like a team piece, not like a team MVP, so I couldn't just it kept like bugging me over and over, and as much as I liked Pomot, it isn't that bulky for an electric immunity that you want to have on your team. And Drifblim, as much as I love Drifblim, I couldn't just find a team slot for it to use. Every week I just couldn't bring it, and for that reason I decided to switch Flygon to Noivern, which is a much faster dragon that actually resists grass and fire and water. Flygon did resist fire, but it does resist all the elemental types. It has the ice weakness and the fire weakness, so kind of like Flygon did, and instead of electric immunity it's like neutral, but it's faster than most of the electric types except that Jolteon and Kilowattrel, but I've already faced Jolteon and I'm not facing Kilowattrel, so and it is a defogger, it is a fast defogger, and it has a lot of utility like Super Fang, Frisk, Rose Defog again, and yeah, I've been much more happy with more speed, because if I wasn't bringing Vivile, I was bringing Serp, and then it's like a big jump from 125 to 130, and with Noivern I have much more speed. And speaking of the ground type that people disrespect, now I have Sandy Shocks, and people can't just say, if you can, then respect for you, but it would be to your disadvantage if you decide to bring Terra Electric Pokemon against my Sandy Shocks. My champion in Season 1, the kill leader, not a Terra Captain this time, but even without being able to Terra, this is my favorite set, by the way, the one that you see on the screen, Terra Grass with Air Balloon. And if you decide to Terra Electric, for example, if you decide to Terra Electric your, I don't know, like, let's take for example Tauros that I have. If people wanted to like be immune to Jirachi and Serp, they would bring a fire type and make it Terra Electric. But now, if they make it Terra Electric, I can just like Earth Power, and unlike Flygon, Sandy is actually strong and bulky, so you have to respect it in prep. It is immune to wall switches, and it's rock resistant, so it's like it's a great Pokemon. It gives me spikes. Can't say much about Zamrod besides two water types are good for the team, and I wanted a Pokemon that gives me less that costs less points, so it gives me more points for the other mons. And even though I liked Moltres, it was reliant on heavy duty boots, and it didn't have that expensive of a move pool if I didn't decide to Terra it. But Tauros, Emerald Miner, because of the amazing performance by Tauros in season 1 that he did, destroyed me in regular season, and in the finals he used it against me, but I had Dondozo, so it couldn't do much. But yeah, I think it's a great mon as a Terra captain. It's much better, even though without Terra captain it's amazing. Intimidate, it can be defensive, offensive, sweeper with flame charge, trailblaze. Raging Bull breaks the screen, so I'm very happy with the team that I have now. And it's surprising to me that I was able to win 3 games and almost won the 4th one, which was against JRV if I did Belly Drum. With the team that actually just had like 7 Pokemon because the last 3 I wasn't comfortable using. So yeah. Now for my team against Cody. The whole week I wasn't sure of which Pokemon to bring, and then once I made the changes it hit to me like it probably is a sign that the 6 Pokemon that I need to bring are the Pokemon that I'm not replacing, and I finally started team building like yesterday from there, and this is what I got. So you see the Cody's team on the screen. I didn't bring hazard removal again this week because he has a pult and he likes switching pult into rapid spin sometimes, and instead of predicting that, I would rather calm mind on the switch and start sweeping. I needed calm mind because of his bulky Pokemon, and the speed I have is enough to outspeed Yuxi. My Assault Vest Azumarill, which has enough speed to outspeed paralyzed Ogerpon. So the Ogerpon that I expect him to bring is gonna have 341 speeds because my Pomod has 339, and in all the teams that Cody showed me, he always speed creeps the Pokemon by 1 or 2 points. In Ogerpon's case, it jumps from 339 to 341, and yeah, so I expected him to speed creep my Pomod because it's like the fastest Pokemon after Serperior, and paralyzed this Azumarill, and Weezing in the end will outspeed paralyzed Ogerpon. Yeah. Aqua Jet, priority liquidation. I had Waterfall, but I decided to replace it with liquidation because Ogerpon, if it comes in on Azu, Waterfall plus Aqua Jet didn't kill Ogerpon most of the time, but liquidation plus Aqua Jet kill most of the time. And I don't think that if he brings Ogerpon on my Azu, he is going to click Power Whip or Horn Leech, because I have 3 grass resistant Pokemon, and then it wouldn't make sense to him. He likes over predicting. And yeah, I will just stay in against Ogerpon the first time and liquidation Aqua Jet. Knockoff, I originally had Play Rough, and then I replaced it with Knockoff because Play Rough only hit Primarina, and Knockoff is much better against, like, it one hit kills Pult, doesn't miss. It's better against Yuxi, it's better against like a switch, like if I don't know what he'll bring, so I can just knock off. And one other reason, which is also funny, in the recent season of the anime that this Azumarill is based on, my favorite character in the anime. So she in this current season went from the cheerful, happy person to the grim dark, and it kind of like a transition from fairy to dark, and I was like, hey, why not? Like I'm probably the only person who can justify using one move over another just because of the anime, so not just because of if it makes sense or not, just because of like the character, and my favorite show. And superpower is for the Dunsparce, Earthworm, and potentially if he brings Terra Dark, Okidogi, or Terra Steel, Iron Jugulis. So yeah, Assault West because of like Rotom and Pult and Jugulis and the Dunsparce, Primarina again. And even if I'm against Primarina, I can just knock off the Assault West, so my Terapagos and Superior can have an easier time breaking through it, My support Jirachi with Okaberry, so I can take an Ivy Cudgel from Ogerpon and paralyze it. It will be my paralysis sack to glare at the Dunsparce, and the Yuxi. I think the Dunsparce comes, Yuxi doesn't. So I will lead with this Jirachi and set rocks, and if he leads Flygon, I will Donphan. I U-turn into Superior, but if he doesn't lead Donphan, I will set rocks, and then if it is against the Dunsparce, I will paralyze it, like U-turn, go from there, and every time he switches in the Dunsparce, I will switch in my Jirachi just because I don't want anything else to be a sec to Glare, because Glare is such an incredible move. I wonder how I know, and I don't want my team to be paralyzed, so it's a specially defensive wall, but it's mainly because I wanted it to take Bomb Bursts and like Surfs from Primarina Butcher. He brings Rotom to take Blizzards and Volt Switches Butcher, and to be as bulky as possible for his potentially like Iron Jugulis, Weavile. Boots, because I am not bringing a spinner. I wanted to use several other sets, but all of the other sets, they get chipped by hazards, and even though I always kept saying that Weavile is so frail that it doesn't care if it's at like 100% health or 10%, and actually this time it does care, because if he does bring Terra Jugulis, and if it's not Steel, I can take one neutral Terra Blast or Hurricane from full and hit it back. So I wanted boots on this Weavile. Low kick is for Earthworm, and Poison Jab is for Primarina and Ogerpon. And Icicle Crush is mainly because I don't want to miss with Triple Axel. And I do run 2 Paralysis Pokemon, so... oh yeah, as you see, 347 speed is to outspeed his Jugulis. If he switches out, or if he doesn't run Booster Energy for some reason. And yeah, as you see, I'm not speed creeping Ogerpon, because as I said, Cody, if he does bring max speed Ogerpon, then props to him. He is an amazing player. I'm actually very proud of him as a coach. And if he does like bring max speed Ogerpon for some reason, then I wouldn't mind like losing to him, because of like if he does that, he just prep butchered than me, And I shard for Dragapult, and then again for Iron Jugulis if it doesn't turn. Serp, Terra Fire, again speed creeping Jugulis, Glare, Leaf Storm, Terra Blast, Dragapult. I think it's just self-explanatory, and I have bulk with Citrus Berry, so after Dragapult uses Dragon Darts, and he loves Dragon Darts, Dragapult. After the first one, I eat a Citrus Berry, and I can take another one and paralyze Dragapult, or hit it with Dragon Pulse. And now the last Pokemon, Physically Defensive Wall, Weezing. So I also have Citrus Berry, and it helps me to take 2 Ivy Cudgels after rocks. Gang Shot KOs both Ogerpon and Primarina after rocks. No, actually, I'm not sure about after rocks, Ogerpon and Primarina, so that's why I decided with a physical set, physical poison stab move. And Fire Blast, I really wanted Will-O-Wisp, but then he just brings Earthworm and starts attacking me on or setting hazards. And even though I have taunt, I wanted Fire Blast just mainly because it's a more actually, I might change it now that I think about it. If Earthworm does come against me, because of if he is Terra Steel Jugulis, I can Memento on it, right? And if he is Terra Steel Okidogi, I can also Memento. Okay, you know what? That's actually the good time to show how I change my sets 50 times during the week. Yeah, because if he switches Earthworm on my taunt Weezing, I can just taunt and then he will try to switch out against me. So Will-O-Wisp would be better if he potentially brings Terra Electric Okidogi for some reason, right? Or, well, I don't want to waste any more of your time. You will see my battles in 20 minutes. You will see what 4th move I will have soon enough. Alright people, it's finally time for my game against Cody. And I'm very nervous because he is very good. And as you saw, I kept changing the whole team 10 times during the week, up to the point that even on Team Builder, I ended up replacing the Fire Blast for the Will-O-Wisp. But yeah, team's locked in, and I'm honestly very, very excited. I don't know what kind of Terra Captain he is going to have yet, so I'm going to message him real quick and then we'll be off. So, okay, Terra Fire Serp is what I have. I just hope that he doesn't have Terra Electric Iron Jugulis, because I would rather he have Okidogi with Terra Electric than Jugulis, because Jugulis that I can paralyze is a pain. And okay, so he's Terra Electric Okidogi, and who is surprised, right? I'm so glad that I picked Sandy Shocks up. Terra Electric Okidogi. At least I didn't bring the Moltres, but oh man, okay. Good luck, have fun, Cody. Searching. Crazy. Again, Terra Electric. But hey, if it is, at least Memento is better, right? Against Terra. That's why I have Memento on Will-O-Wisp on Weezing. So it's not all that bad. Okay. Again, Terra. Man. Terra Electric. I'm glad I made those changes. I'm so tired of those Terra Electrics. No paper which I was writing on the first 4 times I battled. Just gonna do it the season 1 way and season 2 where I didn't write down anything and I just battled with my instincts. Terra Raid battle 2, so I'm gonna lead with my Dredge, like I said. He didn't bring Earthworm and he did bring the Rotom. So I guess taking out Fire Blast for Will-O-Wisp was Good because I don't have Earthworm to deal with. Okay. Rotten. Grapon. He might lead Donphan. If he does lead Donphan, I lead with U-turn into Serp. Might lead Rotom, yeah. Because he sees I don't have a ground or electric type. So, yeah. He'll probably lead Rotom, and I will lead with my Jirachi and U-turn because he will probably switch in Donphan. And yeah, let's do it. No, that's not Rotom. But he will probably U-turn, right? Since he doesn't want his pull to be paralyzed. Oh. That's very interesting. Oh, he doesn't have the dance course. Okay, since he is Terra Electric, okie dokie. Okay. He probably is Will-O-Wisp, right? Liquidation. Or that. I should take it. That did a lot for some reason. Oh, that because it was a crit. So if he did 250, then I can take a non-crit, and I'll go for the knockoff. Please Ruby, come on, take one. She didn't take one. Unfortunate. Okay then. I will leave Storm. I wish that crit was on someone else, but alright. Ah, okay, that's very smart. That's very smart, Cody. Can't lose my Serp like that. I think on Azumarill it was a roll. Okay, now he'll try to substitute again. Probably. Yeah. Rocks. Wow. I probably don't take it. No, I don't. Okay, I short. He'll probably switch out. Yeah. Poison jab. Nice, okay. Okay, good, okay. So now he can bring Okidogi, right? And if he does, I can burn it. He wouldn't say in, right? Why would he? And I still need my revival. I think he switches in. Switches out. No. That's very interesting that he stayed in. Okay. Long shot. Oh, come on. Very unlucky this time, friends. I would assume Leaf Storm does kill from this range, if we do connect. Unfortunate. Crit on Azu, gunshot miss, unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, good. At least not 6-0. Crazy. Okie dokie. It's probably a Southwest. Let's see if I can survive a max attack, something. Right. Don't think I can actually, so I will Terra Blast Fire, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a Southwest. not the best performance for us. Not the best performance. Autist service, not credit. Okay. She might trick us or paralyze us. Yeah. Flamethrower. Yeah. Sticky barb, chest card. Okay. Sticky barb. Well, now Okidogi comes in, and yeah. At least Primarina is down, so we kinda can chip the other things. That's a good one. He'll probably trailblaze. Yeah, nothing stops him from trailblazing. Okay. Alright. That did more than half, which is good. Now we just like need million of icicle crush flinches. Well, I'm just scarfed, so I can still outspeed Don from Okidogi. Now if we can burn Okidogi. Wow, that game started like I'm about to get 6-0'd. At least it's not, it's like 3-0 now, which is much better. Okay, that's the pulse. We can take it, calm mind. Curse body. No, okay, good. I'm still I can still outspeed his Okidogi. Okay, he's trying to make it close, which I can respect. Ice Shard won't take me out, I don't think. Ah, okay, he doesn't have Ice Shard. Okay, now it's down to Icicle Crushes. We need, I think, just one on Okidogi. Okay. Oof. At least we made it close. Icicle Crush, please hit. Okay, we do hit. So we need one Icicle Crush flinch. 27% chance. We are adamant. Max attack. Come on. Okay. Ah, we didn't get the flinch, unfortunately. Unfortunately, but it was fun. And Gang Shot, Thunderbolt, those kind of turns were unlucky. But We try to make it close, so good game.